Miguel de Cervantes was born in the slums of Alcala, Spain, in 1547 CE. As an infant, a rat gnawed off half of his ear. His mother laughed. This child has a tough life. At 9, sneaking to read his father's old books, his left arm was broken by a noble boy, leaving him permanently disabled. At 22, he joined the army. Shot in the chest during the Battle of Lepanto, his left hand was rendered useless forever, earning him the nickname One-Armed Gunner from his comrades. At 27, returning home by ship, he was captured by pirates and sold into slavery. Imprisoned in an Algiers dungeon for 5 years, he attempted to escape 3 times but failed. At 33, ransomed and returning to Spain, he took a job as a tax collector, yet was imprisoned for accounting errors. Jailers mocked, "You can't even collect taxes properly, and you want to write books." At 38, after 3 years of marriage, his wife left home, leaving a note, "Your poverty is deeper than the Mediterranean." At 45, while imprisoned in Seville, he had a sudden inspiration and wrote the opening of Don Quixote with straw from his cell. Fellow prisoners laughed after reading it, A Madman and Windmills. At 52, the first volume of Don Quixote was published, selling poorly. He only earned 20 ducats, mocking himself, enough to buy a skinny donkey. At 55, the second volume was released, but pirates rushed to print counterfeits. Enraged, he tore books on the street, shouting, "At least leave me the copyright." At 58, destitute in his later years, he relied on church alms but continued writing, publishing exemplary novels. At 61, he joined a monastic order, wearing a coarse woolen robe and confessing, "My greatest sin is believing literature can fill my stomach." At 68, on his deathbed, he dictated and completed Persiles and Sigismunda, telling the priest, "Don Quixote can finally dismount his donkey." At 71, Miguel de Cervantes passed away, buried in an unmarked monastery. His unfinished autobiography, The Life of Miguel de Cervantes, author of Don Quixote, was left incomplete. The mad knight he wrote with his disabled arm ultimately conquered the world more enduringly than any imperial fleet.